and get that ready. So,
Yeah.
Quest,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
quiet on.
Quiet on the set.
Peace, y'all. Hey, yo, Quest, it's time to give the people something, man. What we talking about today?
What up? What up? What up? What up? Welcome to another edition of the Mary Jane for Suckers podcast. It's your boy Quest alongside my co-host, my man, my man, L. David Harris
Get on the mic.
and MC.
What up, though? What up?
What up, though?
Yo, I'm chilling. Guess what?
Yes, and what up?
know,
Yep.
class is in session.
It definitely is in session. Yo, welcome to another edition. Y'all get in here, get comfortable. A lot been going on. We just came off of the Thanksgiving season. I know for you guys, yeah, it's a little different in JA. And it thanks I mean, it's just another holiday for me that family get together and we get to eat some good food
Enjoy.
and you know what I'm saying, just and
Yeah,
just fellowship. That's pretty much it. The in-loves
yeah.
was in here this weekend. They just left out today, this morning actually. Zoe just came home, so they were going out. She's coming in. But yeah, lovely time to spend with family and stuff. You know, Faith, she be on the family jump off
Sweet.
whenever she can. And so Christmas, she want to go see mom, so we gonna go see mom as well.
Where they live at? Where she live at?
And mom's lives in Florida.
Okay.
Yeah,
Everybody in Florida. What happened to you? Never mind.
I'm not. Yep, that's my future home. Hold on, just take it. Yep, but this we're trying to put some things in place. You feel me? So that we can and you know what I'm saying. That's a
Hmm.
little bit
Hmm.
closer to you know a couple.
The Rock.
Yes, this is further south from the most
Okay.
southern. Yeah,
You're making
down.
it, man. You're making your way.
I'm making way, man. I'm making way. So yeah, man.
Yeah.
Lovely time spent with the fam. Um, uh, I, yeah, I'll talk a little bit more about it in a little while. But yeah, how are things on Jay's side?
Yeah, life is life. A lot of trials, tribulations. I got a new watch, except I don't ever wear watches. So it's gonna end up going somewhere. I paid $750 for this watch, Quest.
I need you to. I need you to. Yeah, I need you
You
to.
know
I
I ain't
need.
got no money. That's $750. It's some kind of
I,
fake
I'm just
tag watch.
saying. I just need you to go ahead and clarify because people
I
like
know.
he balling.
Y'all got to be crazy if you think I would pay 750 US
Yeah.
for anything called a watch. Because
No,
every time I get a watch, it lasts about 2 weeks. Because I don't like watches on my wrist. I don't like how they feel.
it looks very official though. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It looks
Yeah,
very
man.
official on your hand.
Look like China. China got love for the kid, man.
Yeah, no doubt. It looks very official though. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Look at that. 750 was half off or nothing. Half off
Yeah.
or nothing. Yo,
Uh,
750 is like $6 US, y'all. I ain't mad. It's
it,
silver. It won't turn my wrist green.
that's
And
all.
listen,
And it tells the time. Got a nice little band on it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I used to buy a lot of dope stuff, man. I don't if I never buy anything wonderful in my life again, it'll be too
Hmm.
soon. I don't need
Yeah.
nothing. I ain't trying to prove nothing to nobody. I
Hey,
just,
that's the season
you
that
know,
I'm in.
yeah.
This is my everyday uniform right here. What you see me in.
Word up. Let's
When
go.
I'm going to church, I'm in this.
Oh no, no, no.
You know what I'm saying? Not for real. I mean, it's a little bit more dressed than this, but summertime, this summer, yeah, this might what they get. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Yeah, my lower half might be a little bit more official, but yeah, I'm going comfortable.
Yeah.
Unless it's union or something like that that I gotta put a gear on. But other than that, I'm
Yo,
going comfortable in the building.
let me give you a quick interruption. I just got some more time. So I just got 10 minutes more so we could do the full
Oh,
thing. Somebody just
let's
texted me
go.
to say, all right, so
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, indeed. So yeah, as y'all know, man, we've been out here working, man, and trying to forward the Marriage Ain't for Suckers podcast. We're doing a couple of things on this side, D over there. The writing class, D, was good on it though.
mine.
Yes. No, no, mine. Of
I
course
was like, you
yours.
have one? That's dope.
D, D, how many books you got out in you know what I'm saying, on the Amazon right now? Let's just talk about that for a minute, real quick. How many books you
You
got
mean
out
with my
on
name
Amazon
and
right
other names that's not my
now?
name?
I'm talking. Yeah, I'm talking about. Yeah, we could get into the other names that's not your names, but your names alone. Like, how many books you got on the market right now?
I don't know. 30. I don't know.
Oh, you see what I'm saying?
I got like
So
100 total,
so
like in
so
every
you know.
format. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I don't
So
know, like 100.
you know what it takes to put together a book project and
Oh
everything
yeah.
else that comes along with it.
Yeah,
And
man.
so yeah. Shouts out to L. David Harris. You know what I'm saying? Harris Writing Services. Like, for real, y'all need to go by and check my man out. It's very official. If you're trying to
Appreciate
put
it.
a book out and you don't know where to start, you might need to, like, for real, send my man an email
Call me.
and yeah, yeah, and find out how you need to put this piece together. There's a for some of you who are talented in the area of writing and you quite don't know all the steps. Yep. But yeah, my man, he can't even tell you how many books he got out. That's how many
I have
done
no
he took.
idea.
It's a shame. It's a shame when you get past a certain number, you can't even remember how many you got on the
This
market.
lady asked me in a meeting the other day. She said,
Mm,
"So what you working on now?"
yeah,
I was like, "Dude, I don't even know. I can't even
yeah.
tell you." She
You
said, "That's
see what
how a
I'm saying?
7-year-old answers." And I was like, "No, see, you don't understand how much
You
I'm
see?
doing right now.
You
I
see?
can't, because I got Myron's audio book, I got Norman's regular book, I got Tashawn's regular book, and a bunch of other stuff going on. Like, and I don't know if I stop to say what I'm doing, then I won't do it. I won't be able to get it done. So I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just do it. I don't know.
You see what I'm saying?
So you know how to find me? Yo, Quest, I'm gonna give you a secret. If you want to find me, you want to find me online, you know what you could do?
Yeah. Tell them what they could do, D.
Lookfordavid.com.
That's it.
Lookfordavid.com. That's how you find me.
It's that easy. It's that easy. Like, for real, you trying to put out a project and you banging your head up, keep banging your head up on the wall. You're gonna get cocoa, get a concussion. Yo, go and check it. David.com. How
Look,
easy does it get?
lookfordavid.com.
Look, yep, look for
Then you'll find me.
David.com
There you go.
and you'll find him. Yep. Word up. So go on and go by there if you're trying to get that done and get it done. I'm gonna have to go jump in one of the classes soon because yep, after we
Go.
do this work, my next objective is to finish this book. Yep.
We talked about that a long time ago.
We
That was one of the
did.
first things besides marriage we talked about years
We
ago. So
did.
let's
We
go, man.
did. And we did. And it's time for me to get in there and get this book completed. Yep. January 4th, though, Grow Marriage Conference is going to Chicago, Illinois.
Shot
And
down.
so,
Stand
yep,
up.
if you, oh, for real, shy in the building. And I promise you, this will be unlike anything that I've ever done in terms of a conference. Why? Because I'm going to the root of the marriage, which is the two individuals. And we're going to make you take the assessment. Yep, the assessment. We're going to break some stuff down in the first half of the day. In the second half of the day, we're going to do a deep dive. And
Word.
I called my boy Preach coming through because he's excellent at doing the deep dive as it relates to the assessment. We call him the Rainmaker. Hey, we make fun of him in terms of the Rainmaker because every time that he does a deep dive, somebody ends up crying. And because he has the ability to really like get to the core of the situation. So shouts out to Preach.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Kayla and Jorge, who do the Good, the Bad, the Sexy with me, they'll be coming along as well. And yeah, keep the faith. Keep the faith will be rocking with me as well.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
trying to
So
swallow all that water I just drank. Keep the faith.
yeah, keep the faith is rocking. She's traveling with me to a couple of places now, D, and I'm thinking she's starting to embrace.
You're gonna keep her around, Quest?
I'm definitely keeping her around
Forever and ever and ever. Amen.
forever, ever, forever, ever. Yep,
No, no,
forever
no.
and ever, ever, forever and ever and ever and ever,
Sweet.
forever, ever. Yep. So that's what's going down. If y'all want to be in the building, please go by growmarriageconference.eventbrite.com. Get your tickets. Be in the building. I promise you, you will definitely leave different than the way that you came in. If you
Hmm.
don't leave the same, if you leave the same way, then yeah, that's on you. But the information will be rich, and yeah, it's gonna be a dope day. So I hope to see
Okay.
y'all in the building. Yep.
Dope. Very nice. Well, I think we should just go ahead and let's get this going, Quest. You were
Yep.
talking about something very critical, something that sounded almost like a Bible text, but it wasn't.
Uh,
It was like
uh,
all things lawful, but not all things expedient. What are we
oh,
gonna talk about today?
wow. Wow. Like that?
Like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yep. And what I did was definitely not expedient. Yeah, I could definitely say it falls within the area of being lawful. It would have been something to do, but in the season of life. All right, so let me just get to it.
Mhm.
Last week, guys, I went to play, and it's with some older gentlemen too, like upper 30s, lower 40s. We went to go play basketball, and
Mhm.
my wife, mind I tell you that what I'm about to tell you happened in 2011. All right.
Okay.
So we go out, D, and my boy, who I do, we have a marriage book club here, and we meet once a month, and we talk about marriage. And, the men kind of bonded. This is like the second year that we've been doing this. And so the men of the group kind of bonded. Then we kind of do sometimes our own stuff outside of the book club. And one of the things was he invited me to go play ball with some older gentlemen. So I said, "Yep, cool, let's go, man. Let's go have a good time, get some exercise in."
I'm sorry. Did you said older gentleman? You talking about like you?
Um, I would rather not refer to myself as old.
I'm just saying. I'm asking. I just need to know because people may not know what we're talking
I'm
about.
just saying I'm struggling with this old word right now because I feel like I'm getting closer to it, and now my children are using it rather loosely with my name in the same sentence.
That's what's wrong with
Um,
you and my wife, man. Embrace it, man. We grown.
hey, bro.
I
Hey,
like
bro.
it. Carry
You
on.
know,
I'm sorry for interrupting.
I like seasoned,
Okay, carry
or
on. I just want to know, are they
you know what I'm
seasoned?
saying.
Whoever invited you, are they seasoned too? Is that what
They
we're
are
saying?
they are seasoned as well.
Okay, okay, I
You
understand
know what I'm
now.
saying?
That's all I wanted. I get it
They
now.
are mature. So you know what I'm saying? All of
Okay,
us is, hey, we're trying to keep it together, whatever the case may be. I want
okay.
Faith to still look at me and say, "Man, Daddy look good." You know what I'm
No,
saying?
but yes, but she's seasoning too. So that's gonna. I mean, y'all going together.
Yeah, and I'm still looking at her and be like, "Yeah, Faith look good."
Oh, you don't get
You
me
feel
started
me?
on that. I don't. Let's not do that today
I
because I'm
just,
messing around. And yeah.
I'm just saying. I just want to reciprocate. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Um, and and so we go out to this court, and I'm out there doing my thing, and this much, man. Sometimes when you're on the court, you got to wipe off the dust from the bottom of your shoe so that you can continue to get the grip. And I had did
And
it
not
one
slip.
and not slip. Well, bruh,
Okay.
I went after a ball and I slipped about this much. It can't even be no more than about 3 or 4 inches. And as soon as it happened, I felt a pop, and I felt this sharp pain run up the back, and I was like, dang. Now, might I tell you that this happened in 2011, and when it happened in 2011, she didn't say anything then. I only came back home and told her what happened. I knew you shouldn't have gone, and you know what I'm saying. But once you experience the feeling, D, like for
Mhm.
real, you never forget that feeling. You never forget what that feels like. And bruh,
It was the same foot.
oh no, the other foot.
Oh man,
It happened to the left foot, and now it happened to the right foot.
you just like our homeboy Just, man. He busts out the
Oh,
first knee and busts out the next knee, meniscus or whatever it
oh,
was.
oh man, bruh,
Dang.
bruh. Let me
Sorry,
tell you
man.
something. Let me tell you something, and it was lovely too, because they was getting the action,
Yeah,
and
those
I was starting to feel myself again. You know what I'm saying?
seasoned people need to learn how to shoot the three and quit playing,
Yeah, and quit playing, and quit
driving and all
playing.
that. For what?
Oh, they was getting the business. And so what ended up happening was once I felt that slip from the dust under the sneaker, man, and like 3 or 4 inches, and then right up the back of my leg, I stood
Ooh,
there for a second, and I was
man,
like, you know how you in denial, like I know what this
this
is.
is not what just happened to me.
Yeah. And I kind of, so I could still, I know it wasn't that bad because I could still stand on the heel. Before when it happened, I couldn't stand on it at all.
Mhm.
I could stand on the heel. So I kind of just hobbled the heel, you know what I'm saying? Kind of limped it over to the side. And another dude jumped in for me. I sat there for a while, watched the rest of the game, just kind of touching it, whatever. And I could still to the bottom feel the firmness. But as you go up, it started to feel a little weak. And I was like, man,
Fade so.
went home that night and told Faith, she was like, why are you limping? I said, I think I pulled a muscle. She was like, I told you don't go out there, but I ain't gonna say nothing.
You
I
think
said,
you
okay.
pulled a muscle?
Uh-huh. Because I knew I already knew what it was, to be honest with you. I was just in that mode of denial, if you will.
Yeah.
So after I felt the joint D, I was just like, all right, cool. Woke up the next morning, I was like, I'm gonna go to urgent care today. And I already knew. I didn't even go to the regular urgent care. I went to the ortho Carolina urgent care.
Yeah.
Because I already knew what went over there and I was like, Doc, I have a strange feeling. I know what this is. It's happened to me before on this leg. And the doc just kept looking at me like this. Like she saw what I was wearing. She's like, let me guess, you were playing basketball. I said, yep. She said, at the back? Did it happen at the back in the foot? I said, yeah. She's like, all right, lay down on your stomach. And here's the funny thing. I already started laying down because I know, like I already assumed the position because I know the series of checks that they take you through. Oh, she was like, oh, she said, you're an expert. I said, yeah, pretty much. So I laid down, she bent my leg up, and this is the calf. Like say this is the heel,
Yeah.
and this is the calf. She squeezed it and squeezed it
And
and
nothing
pushed it.
moved.
Nothing moved,
That's
bro.
no good.
It moved, but it was ever so slight. Then she pulled up the other leg and she squeezed it. It was like clink,
Yeah.
clink, clink, clink. Right? It was giving her movement. And then she was like, she felt it some more, and that's when it kind of hurt a little bit because she stuck her thumb up and down, and she was like, "Let me know if it gets too intense." I was like, "It hurts, but it's not too bad." She was like, "Yep, here it is, right here."
Yeah.
And she felt it.
If I connect it back. It's not supposed to be
Bro.
right here. It's supposed to be right there.
Yep,
Right?
bruh.
We'll connect it back.
She said, yep.
Sure.
Had the boot. They said, all right, let's set you an appointment a week out from now. So I had the boot. I'm like, all right, cool. At least I can rock the boot for the 6 weeks or whatever the
There
case
you
may
go.
be. Went into
Vanity.
seeing the doctor. Doctor's like, yeah, we're gonna have to lean your foot forward, put it back in a cast. And bruh, this past week, David, just navigating through, like for real, just getting the regular simple things like walking up and down the stairs is a hassle. I almost broke my neck with those stupid crutches coming down the steps the other night. Moving from one room to the next, taking a shower, bro. Oh man, I was sitting in the tub with my leg out the tub, looking crazy in the tub. Right now, I found out though that I can go to Walgreens and they have this thing specially made for calves. So I gotta go. But you see that though, you spending money for stuff that you would have never needed. Right? What was the text that you gave again?
All things
All
lawful,
things lawful.
not all things expedient.
Okay, good. So here's what here lies the rub. Right?
Yeah.
I realized that while it probably wasn't a bad thing to go and play basketball, right? Because that's not a bad thing. There's no law or anything that says that's immorally wrong, right? But I went to play basketball in a season and time where my body doesn't hold up the way that it used to when I was balling like that. And here's the funny thing, even if I was in shape, and I'm all right. I'm not where I would like to be in terms of just being in shape, right? I can still do a run and be okay. I can still lift a couple weights and be okay. So I'm not where I would like to be in this season and at the age that I am. But I do know that even if I was at the height, my body still does not have though the same a building that's 30 years old and a building that's 1 year old is two different kind of buildings. You feel me? I don't care
No,
what nobody say.
no, I don't
Huh?
feel. I don't
Yeah,
feel you.
yeah, you're a lie.
No, no, I feel you if you say a building that's 46 years old is
Oh,
different.
that's whack. That is so whack right
Didn't what?
now. That's so whack. That's so whack. You're so
Now I can
wrong
feel
right
you.
now.
Now I can feel you.
Now
Where
you
you
can feel
30
me
from?
because it's 46 and 1. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know
You
nothing
whack.
about 30. You don't know nothing
You whack
about 30
for that.
either. Yeah.
Oh, you whack for that. You whack for that. All
You
right.
and
So say
Simone.
I'm building 46
Golly.
and 1, right? And
Yeah.
so I'm realizing that it's difficult for me alone to navigate. Now, what faith depends on me to do in terms of some other stuff around the house, she now is picking up some slack because of that for the next 6 weeks. And I've learned that while certain things may not necessarily be wrong for you to do, they're not conducive or not in line with where you are in the season that you are in. And certain things you just have to leave alone. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing wrong with hanging out with the dudes. You know what I'm saying? But hanging out until 10:30, 11:30, 12 o'clock at night with the dudes, like that could pose a problem. You feel me? For the wife. And it's not that I can't do it, and it's not that I would be wrong for doing it. It's just not conducive. Anything can happen. And not here's the bigger, even the bigger rub of all of this, D. I realize that sometimes, even though you may do something that's not necessarily wrong, right?
Hmm.
But you do something that can put you in a position of danger. When that happens, or when that thing happens, it not only affects you, now it affects everybody else connected to you.
Right.
You feel me?
Yes,
So
sir.
it, I play ball. Is there anything wrong with playing ball? No.
Nope.
But at the age and season that I'm in, I probably would have been better off staying at home and working on something else, or doing some exercise, or finding some other way to get my male bonding in, if you will, or exercise to keep my, like, for real, you get a gym membership and go to the gym. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or even
Um,
just make an adjustment to the how of doing.
yep,
And
yep.
I think that's a clear relationship lesson because there's nothing wrong with talking to your spouse, but there's definitely something wrong with shouting at her.
Oh, come
There's
on.
nothing wrong with hugging your spouse, but there's definitely something wrong with choking her out.
Yep,
You understand? So there are some
yep.
things that, while, maybe the more basic level of a behavior or a relationship piece is perfect, that when we take it to the extreme, in your case, drive into the lane when you could be draining the three like the old heads did when we were young.
Hmm.
Nothing wrong with patting that ball. Not even nothing wrong with kind of threading the needle, putting it through the legs, standing up, making it look good. But really, you got to step back and drain the three. Why? Because, yeah, it's lawful, but not expedient.
Exactly. And so I'm saying, D, that there are a couple of decisions that some of us are making in our marital relationships. You have every right to do what you want to do as far as this particular thing is concerned, or whatever it may be. And guess what? It's not even wrong, but it may be wrong for you, and it may be wrong for the season that you're in, that will allow you to experience even more difficulty, and you're putting yourself in danger or harm's way. And when whatever happens to you. Like, okay, you may be in the season to invest in a particular investment, but if anything goes wrong and you don't have no backup, you haven't planned accordingly because of the season that you're in. You just want to make sure that you make the investment. But if you haven't planned accordingly and anything goes wrong, guess what? It's not only going to affect you, it's going to affect everybody in your house, right? Um, there may be there may be uh, there are a number of different things that you may want to do, right?
Hmm.
And I'm asking you, as a spouse, that the decision that you're about to make, and I know you maybe feel justified in doing what you're about to do, and it's probably nothing wrong with it. The question is it conducive to where you are in the season that you're in as far as your marriage is concerned? And some might even say, well, D, it don't got nothing to do with my spouse. But it has everything to do with your spouse. Because if anything happens to you, they now have to bear the burden of everything that comes along with that decision that you made.
Yeah. Again, and we're not talking about a right or wrong. Sometimes God puts us in a position where we have to apply a different kind of wisdom to say, yes, it's quite fine. I can do X, but
Mm.
is it as wise a decision? So
Oh, come on.
because of the possible impact, because I'm not a prophet, and I don't think you're a prophet. I'm not
Nah, that
I'm
ain't.
not averse to the idea of somebody being a prophet in the last days. So don't get me, I'm not trying to be funny here, right?
Hmm.
But I know I'm not, and I don't think you are, right?
No, I'm not.
So we don't know that it's going to work out just perfectly by doing some of these things. And so sometimes we have to apply wisdom to say, boy, not to be paranoid, but to say, you know what, maybe I should just go this route. Think about,
Hmm.
for instance, in say you're an office person of some kind. No, you're a very powerful office person. You're an executive of some kind, and you
Hmm.
have a co-worker of some kind, maybe from another department, right? She doesn't have to be your subordinate, because who's to say that because she's a woman she has to be a subordinate? We're not saying that. She's in
Hmm.
another department altogether, or maybe you share an office building, and she's ballerama in her company and you're ballerama in yours, right? And she needs to know something, and you need to tell her something, but it's 7:30 p.m. Everybody's gone home except a couple of workaholics, but they wait down the hall. She comes to your suite, and whoever assists you is not there, and it's like, well, come right
Oh
in. I'm
no.
just getting some work done. Come on in. Yeah. And then, one thing leads to another. And really, you're just sitting there talking for a half hour, and nobody does anything inappropriate.
Nothing.
Nobody does anything inappropriate, but you're in the office for a half hour after work. And now you get home. Wifey's like, yo, I was expecting you at this time. Oh, yeah, I was just at the office. Okay. What were you doing? Well, I was just talking to so and so.
Hmm.
You were just talking to so and so at 8 o'clock at night.
Hmm.
Now you have a problem that
Yo,
really was avoidable, and you didn't even really do anything that was technically really wrong, but it was
no.
not expedient. I can tell you that.
No, but that's what I'm saying, D. And there's somebody that's listening to this podcast right now, or this program, but whatever you want to call it. There's somebody listening to us right now. You thinking, well, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that is that while it was not wrong, nothing happened. You didn't have any intention on doing anything wrong. It was not expedient. In other words, it was not conducive to your family format structure. It is not conducive to your marriage relationship. It's not conducive to who you are as a husband and where you are in this season of life as it relates to your marriage. It's not conducive,
Yeah.
right? Yep. And it's like for real, those kinds of things just do not work. And when the what hit the fan, right? And you're receiving what you're receiving, right? It does not only affect you, it affects your spouse as well,
Yeah.
right? Suppose like they got some crazy HR rule that no, how sometimes the
Yeah.
rules
Fraternizing, all kind of stuff.
all
But
like all kind of stuff,
but you're
and
not
somebody,
fraternizing, but it looked like it.
I'm just saying, and they pull it up on a camera or whatever. I mean, like for real, all kinds of stuff happen from time to time. You're like, yo, of all the things, and here's the funny thing, D, you never say it until after it happens to you. Like, of all the things that could happen to me, why this? Yeah,
Yeah.
because you were doing something that was not necessarily wrong, but you were in the wrong place, in the wrong space, wrong time, and it wasn't conducive to who you are
Yeah.
as who you are in the season that you're in. So yeah, D, I shouldn't have been playing nobody's basketball
At least not that way.
because at least not that way. And in the season that I'm in, as playing as hard as I was, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way that I should have been doing that. Now I got a cast on my foot, and it's not only affecting me, it's affecting my wife as well.
That's right.
And
And you,
although she not majorly beefing about it, it should be an indicator now for me to go back and self-assess and just be like, yo, bro, why did you make that decision?
yeah.
And see, some people might be saying, oh, Quest, you too hard on yourself. Or no,
It's
no, no, I'm
just
not
basketball. It
actually.
was a freak accident. You have to
Yeah,
be active. Well, that's not
yeah,
the point. Get the point of the message, y'all. It's not
yeah.
that.
Right. And the point is that I really do. There's something that causes me to think in that mode. Maybe it might be not accepting the fact that I am getting a little bit older or whatever it may be. It may be a number
Season.
of different, you know what I'm saying? It may be a number of different things.
Yeah.
In all honesty, you hear me joke and clown about it, but I dig my grave. You feel me?
Oh,
I
we know
really do.
that, bro. You
You know
grow
what I'm
that mane
saying?
out every year, man.
Every year I grow this joint out. Um, But it may be a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, still wanting to look good at this age or whatever the case may be. It may be a number of different things. I don't know, but I do know that I need to examine it. That's what self-assessment is all about. Because here's the funny thing: if I made the decision like that in that situation at one time, there are other opportunities to make the same kind of decision in different situations as well.
Let me
And our
tell you, man.
whole purpose as we go through this marriage thing is to get better, is it not, D?
Of course.
All
And let me
right.
say
So,
this, man. I want you to get this. It's not a joke. I'm not trying to be funny.
mhm.
Just now, while you were talking, you reminded me of Mike Tyson, the current Mike Tyson, though. The current Mike Tyson,
Yeah,
because he
he's speaking
drops
on a different.
some science, and then he'll just say, something real profound, and be like, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, and
Yeah,
then boom, drop another one on you. You're like, I don't know, because he's
yeah.
learned so much over the years from the
Hmm.
mistakes, and
Hmm.
he's become so humble with it,
Yep.
and he just drops them and says something that's so critical, and I don't know, I don't know, and then they try to make him be proud again. He's like, well, no, I don't know, no,
Hmm.
no, this is what it is, kind of thing. So
Yep.
that's love, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so I guess I'm just admonishing everyone, encouraging, imploring you, challenging you to really, like, for real, this whole thing, I realize as we matriculate through the different seasons of life, it's all about perspective and choices.
Word up.
Right?
That's
And
it.
you can make, yep, you got to have the right perspective. And you can, if not, then you can potentially make choices that not only affect you, but affect your family in a bad way. Because if it
Yeah.
affects them in a good way, then dope. But if it affects them in a bad way, then yeah, you got some assessing to do.
Word up. I agree. I concur. And this was not, get on Quest Day. It's just that Quest was talking from his experience. I've had very similar experiences lately, and
Yeah.
Lord bless us, man. We keep moving, but there's some lessons that we could really learn a different way. But
Yeah.
sometimes just kind of take the rough road. And but God is
Hmm.
still with us. We just get through the rough patch and move forward, man.
Indeed, man.
Yeah.
Indeed. So in another couple of weeks, it'll be off and we'll be back. And yeah, I'll hold a ceremony and hang my jersey in the rafters.
Okay. Do your thing, man. I ain't mad at you, Quest. Yeah.
Y'all stay focused, man.
Word up. Holla. It's that Olbas inhalant discongestant.
Oil?
Yeah.
They sell that in the States on
Yeah.
Amazon.
Get both.
Oh, I need to go on the bus. You said for congestion?
Yeah. It's like, it's like one of those heavy aromatic Levi. Hold on. I
Like
gotta go. I gotta go.
holler
Yo.
at your boy. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah. Peace.
Peace. Go handle your BI, bro.